Hey guys, and I'm Okote here once again with another what new comics came out last week. It might as well be called because I always tend to put these out like many days after new comics come out. But this week I had a lot of books to read, and also work is pretty busy. For those that don't know, I am a data center technician on the senior level, and I have to manage a couple of sites. And our newest site is starting to require action taken. So I've been very busy, and that limits the amount of energy that I have to make videos. But anyways, let's get ahead and get started. All right. So the first book up is 7 Days by Gail Simone. This is book 2 in her 7 comic miniseries. Nice little follow-up to her first 7 Days comic, but the writing was great in like the first half of the book. Then like halfway through the book, the writing started jumping around to various different panels talking about different events with really no decent transition. So I was kind of disappointed in that. But the Obsidian Men are coming in full force, and a reporter got kidnapped. And to avoid spoilers, I won't go any further than that, but this was a good read. I just hope that the writing flows a little bit more seamlessly in the next book next month. Next we have the final comic that came out in after the Dawn of X stuff, and here we have Fallen Angels #1. This was really good. I really enjoyed it. I think I'm going to enjoy reading the entire series. It had a nice little origin story. It fleshed out our main bad guy for pretty decently. The bad guy's name is Apoth, and I think that's a new character in the X-Men universe. Maybe not, but if he's not new, let me know down in the comments below. But basically, Psylocke is trying to get off of Krakoa to take care of some other things, but Magneto is not letting her. So she seeks the help of Sinister and a couple other people to help her get off the island to locate a daughter of hers. But I don't want to spoil this book because it's a really good read. It's probably the strongest out of all the Dawn of X books coming out that I have read, and the best paced. And I really enjoyed it. And I really look forward to reading this. And also I really like this Type B cover. That looks amazing. I love that artwork. Next up we have Black Cat Annual 1. Again, I'm not big on annuals, but I'll pick them up if they're coming out with a series. This was a very good read. It was actually very enticing. Spider-Man and Black Cat get married, but in actuality it's just a heist that Black Cat wants Spider-Man to help her with. And this actually takes place before Black Cat 1, so nothing I say will spoil Black Cat 1. But they get married. One is on one side, is in one family, another is in the other, and these two factions tend to war against each other. So Spider-Man and Black Cat are martyrs. I'm trying to remember. I finished reading this about Friday night at like 1 in the morning. Great read, great artwork, good story flow. It's broken up into like 12 small parts, and I really enjoyed it. If you've been reading Black Cat since it started this month or this year, I recommend picking this up if it's at your local comic shop. I actually really enjoyed it. Alright, next up we have Agents of Atlas #4. Here the agents of Atlas are working on getting things taken care of. And of course, they're still questioning what's going on with Negan and the Pan Company and why he's doing this. This was actually a pretty decent read. They're suspicious of many things. And they're also concerned about all the dragons that have shown up in Pan. And they're concerned about like the Pan Ops, which are like the police force for the interstellar world thing. But I've been enjoying this. I've been reading it since book 1. And so far Greg Pak's writing has been really good in this. I do recommend, if you want, pick this up, read it. It's actually really cool. I really enjoyed it. And yeah, I don't want to spoil anything because there is some, there are what I feel are key points that happen in this book that I don't want to discuss because I like to keep these new comic book reviews spoiler free. That's why I sound so choppy sometimes. Next we have X-Men. Not a lot happened in X-Men number 2 after Dawn of X. Not much happened in here. Krakoa rejoins with another island, and they meet up with some probably antagonists. The one thing that I really don't like about the X-Men books is they seem very, very slow and extremely wordy. I really don't have much to say about this other than I really hope that things start to pick up, or if I don't like book 3, I'm going to knock it off my list. So if you're a fan of this, pick it up. If not, don't worry about it. Next we have Wonder Woman number 82. This was a really good book. Wonder Woman is trying to start a new life for herself after taking Cheetah back to Themyscira in the last comic. But here she broke free. And Cheetah wants to kill as many Amazons as possible because Cheetah wants the gods to come down and grant her a place in Themyscira. I don't know how that's going to work. The Amazons don't take kindly to cold-blooded murder, and neither does Wonder Woman. But I don't want to spoil this, but I have been really enjoying Wonder Woman's run since I started reading it. I think I started reading it with book 60 something. But good read. Definitely pick it up. It's part of we're still in Year of the Villain arc. Year of the Villain is a year-long event, and it's kind of going to set up the DC universe for 2020. So, highly recommend picking it up. Great book. Alright, next we have Batman Detective Comics number 1015. And this beautiful art germ cover. And what's nice about these is it's a plastic cover, but you peel away that, and you got another alternate cover right there with Batman in the cryogenics and Nora Freeze outside the cryogenics. So basically, Mr. Freeze in this book is training his wife to use some of her newfound abilities and kind of get sort of reacquainted to society. Don't quote me on that. But I found this to be a very good read. Nora Freeze wants to be on her own because she has her own minds, because Victor doesn't seem to be pushing things too much. So Batman and Mr. Freeze, they do meet up, and they plan a way to bring Nora back down to reality. But I don't want to spoil it any more than I just have. But if you have been reading Batman Detective Comics since they started the Year of the Villain run, this is really good writing, and frankly, I think it's better than Tom King's Batman run. Definitely pick it up. Next we have book 2, The Batman's Grave. Basically this entire book is one long fight between Batman and I think Leprechaun. There's really not much to say about this book other than other than Batman trying to solve why someone was murdered. But again, there wasn't much that happened in this book. It was just one very long fight. But I do enjoy this series. It's really good. It kind of shows Alfred's thoughts and Batman's thoughts, and it actually showcases and highlights Batman's detective abilities. So great read. I'm definitely going to continue reading this. It's a 12 volume series, so very good. So we're in book 2, so not even 10% there. All right. Next we have book 3 in the 6-issue miniseries of Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy, and this one's actually pretty good. So Ivy's working on recovering her sense of self-image, you could say, and Harley wants to help her. But since Ivy really can't get off the green and can't really discern from the green or the human side of her, Harley's left to investigate the Mad Hatter. And the Mad Hatter has plans of its own, and Ivy does pick up on that, and a few things ensue. But again, I don't really want to spoil it. I really don't. But this was a good read. I'm really enjoying this series a lot more than I did coming out of Heroes in Crisis. But great read. Highly recommend picking it up. Right, we have one of the bigger comics from DC that came out last week. This is Far Sector, and basically what this is we are getting to know a new Green Lantern, and they are discussing several different things. Someone got murdered, and they're trying to solve that murder, and they're also trying to solve several other things at the same time. And it's been a while since I read this, so can't really say much. But what I can say is you don't need to be 100% up to date on the Green Lantern series from Neil Adams to current. This is a completely different, completely new character, completely different story. But I actually liked it. I'm going to continue to read this because I think it's going to hold a lot of potential, and it's going to be very, very interesting. So, not going to say anything else because I don't want to spoil it. But this is a really nice Type C cover. I really like the almost full body artwork. All right. Next, we have my runner-up for pick of the week, and that is Joelle Jones, Catwoman number 17. I have been reading Catwoman, Joelle Jones Catwoman series for a long time now, and this was really good. It's a nice follow-up to everything that Catwoman has been doing throughout this entire series, and Villa Hermosa with the Creole family and the crime syndicate and all that stuff. And here, Lex Luthor is giving her a very difficult choice. Do you want to be the hero or do you want to be the villain? You can't possibly be both. Catwoman has always walked this line between villain and hero. So if she goes back to Gotham, she can be a hero. If she stays in Villa Hermosa, she takes the side of villain, me. I don't want to spoil this because it was a good read, but I'm really, really looking forward to where Catwoman's going in this series and how it's going to tie into Batman Catwoman in 2020 that Tom King and Joelle Jones and Clay Mann are working on. I'm just hoping that if Tom King's the primary writer on it, he takes his time and finishes the story and doesn't drag out the story like he has been with City of Bane. But great read, looking forward to it. Runner up for pick of the week. Now we have my pick of the week, and this is probably going to come off as biased, but you know what? I don't care. My opinions are of my own. And that is RWBY Volume 2 is my pick of the week. Beautiful Type B cover of Ruby Rose here. Really love the artwork. And here we get, we deep dive into Yang's thoughts shortly after the Battle of Beacon and the challenges she has to get back on her feet. And her dad helps her by sending her to this elderly woman to take care of a few things, some odd jobs like cleaning horse stables, and they're not cleaning jobs, let's put it that way, just a lot of cleaning. But this showcases Yang's thoughts in between. Ruby has already, I believe Ruby has already left, along with Jean, Nora, and why did I keep forgetting his name? The ninja guy. Yeah, I forget his name. I am so sorry. If it comes back to me, I will say. But I really like this series. I think I really like that this. It seems like this comic book series is filling in the gaps of what happened between volume 4 and 5, or volume 5 and 6. I really like what they're doing. But pick of the week, great read. Great to see Yang's thoughts in the back of her head post Battle of Beacon, and also there's a little bit of Blake in here, a little bit of Blake's history as well, Blake Belladonna, and how she met Adam Taurus. But I don't want to go any deeper because I would be spoiling the book. But if you like Ruby and you want a little bit more lore and some additional backstory, I recommend picking this series up. Really good read, pick of the week. Alright guys, that was a lot of books. Like I said, that was not lying. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I had 12 comics to read through this week. So my apologies that the video is coming out late, but I see that I have a low battery. Thank you guys for watching. If you like the video, like, favorite, subscribe. If you want to know when one of these videos go live, go ahead and hit that bell notification, and I will talk to you guys next week. Thank you guys for watching. Catch you later. Bye-bye.